Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel, welcome to the vlog. It is almost time for car season here in Minnesota, so today we're gonna go ahead and do some prep work. I gotta replace a valve cover gasket on my 99 Corvette, so we're gonna go ahead and do some prep work on that, get it done, and hopefully get it ready for the streets here soon. The tentative plan here was that this weekend I was gonna pull both my cars out because spring was coming, but in great Minnesota fashion, on Friday night, going into Saturday morning, I woke up to 7 inches of snow on the ground. So we're gonna have to wait another week until I can pull both my cars out because I wanna wait until the rain washes all the salt off the roads. Today we're gonna go ahead and replace the valve cover gasket on my car. So this is my 1999 Corvette. I've had this car for about 4.5 years now, and I've done a lot of work to it. So I've got a supercharger on it, cam, and some nitrous. And I have a valve cover spacer on both sides of my valve covers just to get a little bit more clearance for the rockers. So the valve cover spacers requires 2 valve cover gaskets per side. And the one on my driver's side here is leaking because I have the hood open and it's running. I can see some smoke coming up from the exhaust manifold. So we're going to go ahead and replace that. Just to kind of show what has to be done on this to take the valve cover off is coil packs have to go, they have to come off. Disconnected here, just a handful of bolts here around it. Then the whole coil pack comes off as a bracket, so they're all together, not individual. And then there's just 4 individual bolts for the valve cover itself. Then they come off, and then the spacer just sits in between it. Got the coil pack out onto the valve cover. All right, you can see for the valve cover, like I said before, there's just 4 individual bolts right there. Just take those out and the valve cover will just come right off. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so I got the valve cover off. You can see the spacer here. It's about a 1/2 inch thick spacer, just for that extra little bit of clearance. Then got the different rocker arms on them. These are roller rockers. I can't remember what brand they are. I believe I got them from Summit Racing, but they work really well. My original rockers that I had on them, they actually exploded. The needle bearings went all over the place, just caused a massive problem. So I had to get rid of them all, put new rocker arms in them. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw on the new gaskets here. Just nice, simple, pop them out, pop them in, and then go ahead and put them back on the car in reverse order. We're gonna make it really easy for you with just some magic, and just like that, it is all buttoned up. As I mentioned earlier, I've had this car for about 4.5 years, and I've done a lot of work to it with the cam and supercharger and then the nitrous as well. And it's also basically fully straight piped. It has long tube headers, no cats, and Billy Bullet muffler. And it's such a small muffler, it doesn't really do anything. So I don't know how well it's gonna pick up on the camera. Let's go ahead and start it up here. Go ahead and just let everything prime. And let's go ahead and start it up. This thing is just insanely loud. I don't know how well you can hear me, but it's loud. I'm all the way over here at the other side of the shop, and it's just echoing over there. And as I was talking about before with Minnesota and dumping a bunch of snow, this is kind of the aftermath. It's getting really warm right now. It's about 50 degrees, so the 7 inches that we got is basically gone. Like, the grass is starting to show up. There's maybe 2 inches left out there. So hopefully here in the next couple of days, it'll be all gone, rain, and then clean up the road so we can pull it out. So far so good. It looks like I'm not seeing any oil drips or any smoke billowing up from the engine bay. So great there. Don't get me wrong, I love my Italian cars. Like for example right here, they sound good. But I reckon the American PA with the nice cam in it just sounds amazing. You just can't beat it. don't mind the check engine light. It's modded. Like, you have to have a check engine light on if it's modded. But it's only got 28,000 miles on it. When I bought this car originally, it had 6,800. Just an absolute steal. Just sounds amazing as it is. I don't know what else I want to do to the car besides wheels and like a wide body, but what do you think? Let's go ahead and rev it up here. All right, now that this car is done for today, what do you guys think? Should we start up the Maserati as well? I think we should, just to compare the both of them. Not gonna do anything too crazy. We're gonna go ahead and just start it up. I'll do a review on it later. I do have some pieces out of it right now. The trim piece that goes along my dash was all cracked up when I bought it, just from the heat. And I took it out and it's off getting repaired. There's another trim piece out with it. That way they can try to match it, make sure it's perfect. Just a white interior here with a gorgeous wood trim. And this wood trim right here was along the entire dash, but it was all cracked up, so I took this piece out as with this piece. And then here's the key. Just basic simple key. Push it open and then let's go ahead and unfortunately, my GoPro died, so we're gonna have to switch over to my phone. But it's just a beautiful car. So if we go ahead and pop the hood here, this has a Ferrari built V8. It's a 4.7 liter. Makes about 454 horsepower. Thank you guys so much for watching this video of me working on my Corvette and then showing you guys the Maserati as well. I hope you appreciate it. If you did so, please give this video a like. Comment on what you would like to see done with the Maserati or anything else you'd like to see with the Corvette. Please subscribe, and just like that, this vlog is over and I'm out.